And there's a Sakhi that Swamiji took, one of my favorite Sakhis, because first of all, it's pretty sick Sakhi. And number two, it's a woman. You finally get to see a female who's enlightened giving some teaching towards her action, with it through her actions. So Rabia is sitting outside teaching or doing something, and all of a sudden, she gets up and she starts to look for something. So in the previous days, you used to have huts, and outside of the huts there would be like a little pathway for water and all of the dirty stuff of the house to get out, right? It's a canal. It's like a little canal for everything to go. She starts to search within the canals. She starts to search within the bushes and the trees and where there's just a bunch of dry grass. And everyone's like, what are you searching for, Rabia? And then she says something. She's like, don't ask me what I'm searching for. Or so that, sorry, that's not what she says. She's like, I'm looking for a golden needle. And they're like, oh, let us help you find it. The villagers come and they say, let us help you find it. They say, Rabia, where did you lose the golden needle? And Rabia says, don't ask me that question. You can't ask me that question. And the villagers are like, okay, Rabia's going crazy again. Because Bhagats usually seem crazy to non-Bhakti wale people. And so they're, okay, Rabia will just help you search. So they also start looking in these dirty canals. They start to look in the bushes and they're like, Rabia, this is ridiculous. If you lost a golden needle, you have to let us know where you lost it. And she's like, I'm not telling you where I lost it, and stop asking me that question. Eventually she says, yeah, I lost it inside of my hut in a little treasure box, in a little closet. And the villagers like, what? You lost the golden needle inside of your hut, inside of a box that's sitting in there, and you're telling us, making us look in the dirty canals and outside in the bushes? Rabia, have you gone crazy again? And Rabia says, look, I was just copying you guys. I was just learning from you guys. She says, just because my hut doesn't have light in it and it's dark in there, I didn't go inside to look for the needle there. It was light outside. It was comfortable outside. So I started looking outside. Isn't that what you guys do? You lose Anand on the inside. But because it's a little uncomfortable, you haven't been there, it's dark, you don't bother looking there. But on the outside, everything is comfortable. It's light. It's familiar. So you start looking there because everybody else is doing the same thing. You look for Anand within other people. You look for Anand in luxuries, in items, in objects, in statuses, in attention, in approval from your relatives. You look for Anand everywhere except where it's not. I just learned from you and copied you. And I started searching for my golden needle where I didn't even lose it. So you search for Anand everywhere except where you lost it. And you run after people, after attention, after buildings, after status, after accomplishment, so you can feel something. So you can feel joy and you can feel some kind of high from something. But what happens is, it was shiny when you ran towards it, and as soon as you touch it, it turns to dust. What you went after so hard, with so much of your time, energy, and effort, as soon as you get it, it starts to perish. It starts to turn into dust. But the joy that you're looking for, you lost it within you. And that's where you must search for it. You absolutely 100% can find it there. That is the only place that you can find it, within yourself. What you need to do is you need to dig out all of the blockages, open your heart, and there is a golden nectar, a waterfall of golden nectar, of ecstasy that is flowing there endlessly, and it's your birthright to find this. But you have to remove all of the boulders that are in the way. So if you've read books of antiquity, there's a lot of talk of even video games are made on this, finding the fountain of eternal youth, or finding the waterfall of immortality. These ideas, these picturizations, are actually things of the inside that have been made into something else. But that immortal nectar is within you, and it's your birthright to find it. The problem is the pathway to this immortal waterfall, it's blocked with a lot of boulders. So Amiji here talked about to remove some of these boulders and access your heart, because you're not going to find it with your mind. At the level of the heart, what happens? How do we access this heart? Even right now, as you're sitting, you'll feel that there's tension inside of your body, that there's tension inside of your mind. These are the most physical representations of your constrictions and your tensions, but they're starting somewhere within you. But one thing that you can do is inside of your mind and in your physical body, stop controlling. Stop thinking. Relax and let go. You'll actually feel your being very constricted. Your being is very here. And as you relax and you let go of all the constrictions in your muscles, all of the constrictions in your mind that say you have to do something, you have to do something, as you let go, you'll actually start to feel the relaxation come down to the level of the heart. And you'll start to breathe longer breaths. You'll breathe deeply. So remain in this state, and in this drowning experience, while you're drowning, stop thinking, stop controlling. Experience what is alive within you, what is always on within you, what is merely consciousness, free and unbound. What is the knower? Not the mental knower, not the thoughts, but when you completely stop thinking, and when you completely stop and completely let go, what still remains alive? What is that consciousness? That's where you have to get to.